So today I'm going to talk about why the shipwrecks of the South Hams, the coast along the South Hams, are so intriguing to a mystery writer. You know, there's something about the South Hams coastline that feels both beautiful and slightly dangerous. On a bright day, of course, it can look idyllic. Gorgeous beaches and coves, the light on the water, the cliffs. But beneath that beauty lies a really different kind of story. There are wrecks below the surface. And these are broken journeys, lost cargo, buried treasure, and secrets the sea has never fully told. And I think that's exactly why shipwrecks are so intriguing to me as a mystery writer. Because a shipwreck is already a mystery before any amateur sleuth arrives. So what kind of questions does a shipwreck create? Things like, what happened? How did it go down? Was it really an accident? Was it a storm or something else? What was lost? What was on board? What cargo were they carrying? Who survived, if anyone? And who profited, if anyone? And perhaps most intriguingly of all, who chose not to tell the whole truth? There must be plenty of those stories. The sea is perfect for mystery because it hides evidence. It scatters and damages and buries things, and sometimes it returns things years later in little fragments washing up on the beach. So unlike an ordinary crime scene, the scene itself never stays still, and this is another thing, because the sea keeps part of the truth for itself and it breaks things down and they get taken away. And some things even get turned to rock, like wood petrifies. So it changes things too. So South Hams, why is it such a great setting? It's a wonderful setting for this kind of story. Because of all of these, the things I've already described, but also the contrast of the charm, the beautiful views, the peaceful kind of holiday atmosphere, and tea rooms, and the kind of Devon vibe. And there's that that tension between comfort and unease. And that's what a cosy mystery is. It's safe, but something has, kind of disturbed the order of things. And my amateur sleuth, Harmony Stone, is there to put things right. So what makes it even more interesting for me is the idea of a modern day shipwreck dive. And this is a way of bringing in history, because a diver isn't just going to be looking at history from a distance. The diver goes right down into it. He goes into the darkness, the silence, the pressure, and the uncertainty, about what he's going to find. A diver moves through a place that's both historical and dangerous at the same time. The sea is a powerful force. And for a mystery writer, that's irresistible. The other thing about a shipwreck diver, is that they can discover something no one ever expected to be found. A hidden box, a hidden compartment in a lost ship, a missing artifact, piece of cargo, a long lost clue, or perhaps something much, much older than anyone realised was there. I think the oldest wreck off the coast of the South Hams is the oldest wreck in England, some 3,000 years old, from the days of the Iron Age traders. So shipwreck diving adds tension, because every discovery, it has consequences. There are laws which kind of govern what you need to do if you find treasure underwater, and there are consequences if you don't declare. And the moment something's brought up from the seabed, it can also change the, stories that we tell ourselves about our own history. And it changes the way people behave, So what about hidden treasure? Because this is possible. It's there. It's one of those themes that instantly sparks anyone's imagination, any writer, any reader. And of course, in a mystery, treasure's never just treasure. It's a motive. It can be an obsession. It can be around greed. And it can create a story about rivalry, jealousy. It can be a story about family legends, local folklore, and whispered speculation. There can be rumours of hidden cargo or buried treasure, and these rumours can be quietly passed from generation to generation in a coastal village. And some people may dismiss it, some people may laugh at it, but all the while someone may still believe it's real. And if they do, what might they be prepared to do to find it? And that's where treasure becomes the perfect mystery material, a mystery MacGuffin, if you like, because it draws people in, divers, historians, collectors, descendants, opportunists, and those who just don't want the past disturbed. So when we're talking about memories and legends and truths, people remember a wreck that happened years ago, or the diver who never came back, or the cargo that was supposedly lost somewhere. But memory isn't the same thing as truth. Everyone knows a version of the story, and no one knows all of it. And somewhere in the gap between legend and fact is where the mystery begins. And that's something I find so fascinating. And not just the wreck itself, but the layers of interpretation around it. Gossip, folklore, family story, official records, and the possibility that all of them are incomplete. And, one of the things I love most about shipwrecks in fiction is the way they bring the past into the present. Because a wreck is never just about the moment it went down. Its consequences can ripple outward for decades. Something can come to the surface, a map can be discovered, a document found in a drawer, a body of evidence can reappear, a modern crime can turn out to be tied to something lost beneath the waves long ago. And that gives mystery real depth as well as, symbolic depth. The crime's not isolated. It's rooted in place and history, in human memory, but also in human need and psychology. We need to know the truth. We like, we like the end of the story to feel right. And what I think is especially appealing is that shipwrecks work beautifully in a cozy mystery, because a cozy mystery needs atmosphere and stakes, but it also needs warmth, character, community, and a strong sense of place. A shipwreck gives you tension without losing that warmth. You can still have small town or village life, gossip, familiar routines, and all the comfort of a close-knit coastal world. But running underneath it's the knowledge that something happened out there, something dangerous, long ago, and maybe something unresolved and perhaps deliberately hidden or at least lost. That balance is really satisfying. That world, it feels welcoming, but it also contains some shadows.